Welcome everybody to Rewind the Times. I hope everybody had a awesome 4th of July. It's been about 10 days since I did my last video. I went on vacation. Took a little time away. Took some time away from work. Actually, I came back yesterday. And I worked last night, and now I'm off for the next couple of days. But just missed making a video, and been following The Flash. As you guys know, I love DC, and man, is it I can't believe how bad it's actually really doing. And it got me thinking, you know what I mean? Like it really got me thinking, why is this movie doing so bad? You know, every day I watch Box Office Mojo. I always keep up with it. And you know, the Flash is one of the best DCEU movies to come out since Zack Snyder's trilogy. You know, since his bunch of movies that came out in the beginning with Aquaman, and that's not really his movie, but that was a James Bond movie. But you know what I mean? Like in the beginning with Batman vs Superman and Man of Steel and Wonder Woman, all those great movies that came out, and then Black Adam was the last movie that really made a big impact. It was the last movie that I would say that made a big profit. $393 million. You know, The Rock worked really hard to promote that. That was a self-promoted, pretty much. I mean, I don't know how much WB helped him promoting it, but The Rock used a lot of his personal money. He promoted the movie through Twitter, and he didn't get a China release. He had a China release, and then they lost it. Rock's movies do huge over China. I mean, if you look at Rampage, and which Black Adam's better than, and you look at San Andreas and all those other movies that Rock is in, and then you look at the overseas, China's big, man. China really is big, and that movie made $393 million, and you're looking at maybe at least another maybe $300 million. So now you're looking at a movie that could possibly be $600 to $700 million, and that's really good. I mean, that would have been really good right now for a DCU movie. Instead, right now the movies they haven't been doing good, and I don't understand with The Flash. So, like I said, I've been watching it on BoxOfficeMojo.com. I've been just trying to trying to understand, wrap my head around this, and the conclusion that I came to was, when you tell somebody they should like something, most people rebel. Like, who are you to tell me that I should like this movie? I'll tell you right now, man. There's a lot of people that are on YouTube that have the power, especially on Twitter too. They have a lot of followers, and they go see these movies, these premieres, and these first screenings and these special screenings, and they exaggerate so much during these movies. And one person that comes to mind, and I hate picking on anybody, but it's true. It's Matt Ramos, Soups. Great kid, really nice kid. Nothing against him, but I watched one of his Twitter pictures, and when Black Adam came out, and his friends are carrying him out. It's like, just seeing Black Adam, and this movie was great. When you set a level of expectation so high, it's like you better meet that expectation. And this movie was a very good movie. It really was. This movie had a great story. Ezra Miller was incredible in this movie. I mean, the guy certainly. I mean, he acted his ass off. I mean, he was just wonderful in this movie. Keaton was just great. I mean, we probably have the second best, or some people's first Batman fight scene. That scene in the Russian base was just amazing by Michael Keaton. This movie had so much good going for it, and then unfortunately, by saying Tom Cruise said this is the movie that we need, and Stephen King, it's like they promoted this movie so bad. It's like they promoted this movie with the fact that, oh, you should go see this, and they let so many people see it for free. That's what kills me. Or if you had to pay to go see it, I'm not sure, but there was a lot. Like, this movie was out. There was people that were driving to go see this movie. I don't know if you had to pay to see those first screenings. The ones that didn't you know what I'm talking about, the ones that came out like months in advance, like CinemaCon and all that other stuff. Like I'm not sure if you had to pay to see that, but I remember a YouTuber on here. He said they had like drive like 2 hours to a theater in Atlanta, and he was hoping to get in. And the first time he didn't get in, and the second time he did. So I'm assuming that they let you in for free. But it's like they want you to promote this movie, and now that person's already seen it. It's like he ain't gotta pay to go see it again. I mean, he probably will, but I bet a majority of these people, they just like gave free scenes of this movie away. You lost money that way. You lost money. Obviously, Ezra did what Ezra did, but I ain't gonna lie. When I watched this movie, I didn't think about one thing that he did. And by the way, he was found not guilty. So, but this movie's at $261 million. Shocked, absolutely shocked. And Fabregas, how low this movie is. It's not even gonna make more than Black Adam. And Black Adam right now, I think, is the level point where we're comparing these movies to, because Black Adam is the latest, is the last movie in the last six movies that has a high ceiling, and that's only $393 million. And here comes Blue Beetle. And Blue Beetle is about 39 days away. I am super excited to see it. The budget was only $120 million, so this movie should be profitable. It really should, but they're not promoting it. I mean, I don't know if they have any money to promote it at all, or they're scared to promote it because of what they did with the Flash. The Flash, I never seen a movie overhyped so much in my life. And the problem was it was a good movie, but they hyped it to be the greatest movie of all time. I mean, James Gunn came out and said it's one of the greatest comic books ever. Ooh, man. You don't look good saying that, buddy. Nothing in the movie bothered me. I loved it. I seen it twice. I was going to see it again. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to get vacation and stuff like that. And now it's already out of... dude, it's only in like, I think 1,023 theaters or something. I mean, it started off in 4,400 theaters. 4,433 theaters. It is literally now in like 1,023 or something. I mean, it's been taken out of so many theaters because this year has been there's been so many blockbuster movies coming out back to back. Transformers and Oppenheimer's coming out, and Indiana Jones and Barbie's coming, and I have Blue Beetle. It's just like the movies can't sit in the theaters as long as they used to now, and the weird timings, you can see a movie at 10. You can see a Flash movie at 10 a.m. and then the next one's at like 8 o'clock at night. It's just, whoa, what's going on? It's like weird, I'm gonna support this movie in any possible way I can when it comes out in physical media, because I always will. I will buy this. I will buy the 4K, and I'll get the Steelbook. I love this movie. I personally, I love it. I think it's got a great story. Something that a movie always needs is in my opinion. As long as the movie is entertaining, because I can find entertaining stuff even in bad movies, but I mean, I'm not a critique. I don't do that, man. I'm not one of those people, man. It's very easy to please me when it comes to movies, because as long as the movie has a good story and pretty good action, you got me sucked in. And this movie had it. This movie had a great story, actually. Choosing to let go and the right and wrong. I mean, it was just dude. I had tears in the theaters. I'm shocked. I think James Gunn had a big part of it, coming out pretty much beginning of the year and saying, hey, by the way, this movie's really got don't matter because I'm rebooting. WB is this is the worst I've ever seen WB. It's so depressing as a DC fan. Like, remember like last year when we were supposed to have 4 movies come out last year, and we had I think we had Black Adam, and that was it. I mean, in DC Super Pets, I mean, we were supposed to have so many movies come out, and they kept moving it back and moving it back. And with all the rewrites and reshoots, it's just like all the excitement's gone. I remember when Henry Cavill came back as Superman for Black Adam, the internet was going nuts. DC was back. It's like it felt good to be a DC fan again. And then all of a sudden, James Gunn announced that he wasn't going to come back. Fans have not been the same since that announcement. And then it's like flop after flop. This was supposed to be the year of DC. It really was. Four movies. The first 2 have not done good. Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods, which is a good movie. Which is actually a good movie. Wow, did that bomb. The budget was like $115 million. The movie grossed $127 million. I cannot believe that. Then The Flash, $220 million budget with all the promoting they did behind it, and it's made 261. Comes on digital July 18th. Comes out a month and 2 days after it was just released. Imagine that. Do you remember back in the day, man? I'm 42 years. I'll be 43 years old. You remember back in the day when movies would sit in the theaters for such a long time, and you like months, like 3 months, 4, 5, 6 months, whatever. Then it would take another so many months to come on VHS or Blu, like, or DVD. Like, not anymore. It's just, it sucks. It sucks how long these movies are not in the theaters for, and man, it really sucks. My excitement for DC is still up there because I love DC, but Aquaman is supposed to be the next, besides Blue Beetle. I'm so jacked for Blue Beetle. But you go on Twitter and all people want to do is watch it flop. Oh, I hope this flops. Dude, Twitter is nothing but TikTok. You want to go to a place where it's hell on earth, it's Twitter. Twitter is just, oh wow. I have a Twitter account. It's just terrible. It's the most negative thing I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's a shame. It's just every day it's just, boycott this, boycott that. Let's hope Blue Beetle flops. I don't want it to flop. I don't want it to flop at all. I want it to do good. And I think with a $120 million budget, and this movie looks like it, with the Latino audience, this movie looks like it's pushed towards kids. I hope it does good. I hope it, man, I'm praying it hits about 400 million. I hope it's like 350 million or something. I hope it just makes a profit. WB needs to win, and I hope this is it. And then Aquaman. Remember when Jason Momoa was talking about Batman? Talking about Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton? I think they're both out of it now. Boy, he took the excitement out of that movie. And then his movie ain't coming out for another 2 years. Will it come out? Are we going to see it? Does anybody care? Does anybody really care? Is anybody going to care at that time? And are people going to boycott that? It sucks right now as a DC fan. It's the fandom is fighting with each other, and all the movies are just bombing, and it's just, I don't know if we're ever going to get Zack Snyder's saga finish his movies. I hope so. I don't know. But alright guys, I'm going to let you go, man. I'm going to finish the rest of my vacation. When I come back, I got some new toys coming in and stuff. I'm going to do some reviews. So hope everybody stays blessed. Remember, man, God first and family. And until the next video, guys. Take care, man. Peace.